Well, hello, all you wonderful, wonderful people. Just about time. Let's get this madness underway. Let's get it on the go. I know it's been a while, guys, since I've done a live. It's great to be back, but all you eagle-eyed people watching now will probably notice something that's going on in the background. Well, not actually in the shed tonight. I've moved indoors, so I've got a nice wee bit of work done in the house. I've just been away on holiday. Had the work done. Looking forward to tonight. Came back for holiday. Spent the last couple of days putting the room together. Think it looks all right. What do you think? Let's have some comments in the chat. What you think of the wall? I've got it a wee bit lower. It does go higher. There's some nice top shelf stuff up there on the top shelf. May get to that a wee bit later. But yes, I've been, as you all know, guys, I've been conducting the Malt Madness throughout March Malt Madness. Hope you've all been enjoying it. I've certainly been enjoying it. My wife and whoever's helping her has certainly been enjoying it. So yes, it's pretty cool. I think we went through some good whiskies. Yes, there's some whiskies, guys, that never made the 16 that you're all probably wondering where they were, but we started with 30. So I think we got through 16 of them. Just great to see that. I think the 16 got picked were pretty interesting. 16. We've got to the last 8 now, guys. So I'm going to go through for anybody that's missed the Malt Madness. You've not been watching it on YouTube. Ask yourself why you've not been watching it. Drop it in the comments why you've not been watching it. But yeah, hopefully it's been enjoyable. It's certainly been enjoyable for me. I'm just starting off. This is my first whiskey in 2 weeks, guys. I've been away on holiday. I've just been to Tenerife and I've been going through all the. It was an Irish week last week, so I had a lot of Guinness last week. So a lot of Guinness and a lot of rum. So this is the first whiskey I've poured since I got back, and it's the Springbank 10. So let's have a quick sip, and then I'll have a quick dive into the chat, see who's here, and we'll dive and let the madness commence. Let's see who we've got in. I lost my chat there, I think. Yep, okay. So we had in nice and early, we had the Dram Yankee. Not sure if he's still around or he's away playing poker. What do you think of the wall, Jerry? Mr. Neil Bloor's in. Hopefully he can stay as long as he can. Early rise in the morning. DJ Beacon's in. Just made it. Just walked in the door. Perfect timing, DJ. And he's on a Glencadam 10, I think. Yeah, he's been drinking on the Glencadam 10. Neil's been asking, where's the Victoriana? It just never got into the, pulled out the hat, Neil. But as I say in the chat, I think everybody knows everything there is to know about the Victoriana. He's finishing off a bottle kill on the Kilkerran 12. Very nice, buddy. And who else we got in? Let's have a look. Yeah, Pete. Oh, how you doing, Frank? Pete heads in. Little bit of Pete in there, Frank. Not a lot. I think there's a couple of little bits left kicking around. Hopefully you can stay around and you're not too upset. It was never going to be a Pete fest, Frank. I think you know that. Papa Q's in. How you doing, Jerry? Just got off 180, made it in home in time for this tournament. Looking forward to this one. Yeah, looking forward to it myself, mate. Okay, we've got Gav's Drams in. How you doing, Gav? Nice to see you, buddy. How did the Perth Whiskey Festival go, mate? I'm sure you're going to let us all know in the chat. Guys, if you've not subbed yet to Gav's Drams, do me a favour, dive over, give Gav a sub, and let him know the Whiskey Friends sent you. Fernando's in. How you doing, Fernando? Hope you're doing great. Can't wait. Okay, nice. Another nice round coming up, Fernando, I think. David Owens in. How you doing, David? I know you've been watching the tournament as it's progressing, mate. Paul M's in. How you doing, Paul? Must be an early one for you, mate. Or a late one. I'm not too, I can't really remember whether it's early or late. Maybe an early one, I think. Okay, Neil's having a go. Don't mess that table up, mate, or you'll be in trouble. Yeah, no, I know. She's already been done already, Neil, when she saw me loading it up. So I'll have to make sure I clear up before I. Normally, when I finish in these lives, I just leave the shed as it is and go back to it in about 2 days. But I won't get that luxury here. So that might be the saving grace for the shed. You know, if I get a tough time having to clear this up all the time, then I might not do this very often out here. But yeah, so yeah, I think everybody knows what we mean now. Molasses in, how you doing, Mike? St. Louis, how's St. Louis doing, Mike? Nice to see you, buddy. Whiskey Lover Society's in, Gert's in. How you doing, Gert? Channel's going great, mate. Guys, if you've not subscribed to the Whiskey Lover Society, dive over. You know what to do. Just tell them, give them a sub and tell them that Alan sent you. Everybody's saying hello to everybody else. Got 25 in it in a minute. That looks like a new name. Lucas Kruzewski. Sorry if I've butchered that, Lucas. Looks like a new name. Let's have a look. Whiskey Friend. Great job your friend did on those brand new dining room shelves. Yeah, lovely, mate. He's done a cracking job. Christoph Shalley. I will have a Glencadam 15, the one you kicked out. No, that was devastating for me, Christoph. Absolutely devastating. I just got reunited with a Glencadam 15. Hadn't been with it for a wee while. Got reunited with it. Started to settle down with it, and then the first chance I got, I booted it out. Yeah, Frank, with no worries, never upset. I'll just have my peated and keep the peat flowing. Well done, Frank. No, that's super, mate. I think maybe March Malt Madness next year is an idea. Frank might just be a peated Malt Madness. What do you think? If that works. Finishing off double espresso for time being, similar Freud Lore on the okay, nice. Not a bit of peat going on. Anybody I missed? Highland Hamish, how you doing, Hamish? Looking forward to, mate. Looking forward to next month. I see me and Hamish and a few of the lads were tackling Isla next month, guys. So you never know, we may get a on the spot live stream from Isla if Hamish is sober enough. But yeah, nice to see you in, big fella. Christopher Malloy, nice to see you, Christopher. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you, mate. And I think that might be up to date now. Yeah, so guys, as you can see, I've got the whiskies poured, I've got them lined up. What the plan is tonight is I'm going to tackle them 4 at a time. I'm going to do them as they went through the competition. So the first 4 that went through are on my left here, which might be your right. And the last 4 that went through are on my right, which might be your left. I'm going to slightly mix it up a little bit, guys, because I think on the end of this one, I've got a couple of sherry fruity bombs on the end here. So when I get to this side, I might start with the Speyburn 15 and the Craig Ellicky 13, and then I'll dive into the Port Charlotte and the Springbank 18. So yeah, that's the plan for tonight, guys. Just a quick one. I'm just going to share my screen. For anybody that's not been up to date with the tournament, this is really what's happened so far. Where are we? Let me just get rid of that. Yeah, let's get rid of that. So that's what's happened so far, guys. So we've had 4 heats. Kilkerran 8. I got that slightly wrong, guys. It was 55.7, no 56.5. Springbank 18, Glen Scotia 18, and the Clynelish 14. I actually felt for the Clynelish 14 in this one, guys, because I think it got stitched up a little bit with the Campbelltown drams. I think if it maybe had turned up some of the other heats, it might have had a chance of popping through. So yeah, the Clynelish 14, I had big regrets for that one. Heat 2 was the Arran 18. My beloved Glenallachie 10. Cast Strength went out. Just shows you the power of blinds. Loved the Kilhoman Sanag. Unfortunately, didn't quite make it through. And we actually had another Kilkerran, the heavily peated batch 6, went through that round as well. So to be fair, if you look at those first 2 heats, this is quite an interesting one because I've got 2 Kilkerrans going on here, and Aaron now has taken the place of the Clynelice 14. So we'll see how the Aaron stacks up against these 3 Campbelltowns. And then moving into the 3rd round, the Springbank 18 smashed it. The Port Charlotte OLC 01, the Experimental Oloroso cask finish, smashed that one. Didn't have too much worries about sending out the Lefroy cask strength because it's one that I've never really got on with. Might be the right word. I did try to tackle it twice in reviews and probably struggled both times. Felt a little bit for the Ardnamurchan. I just thought the Ardnamurchan just got eased out a little bit with the Springbank 18, a little bit like Clynelice 14. And yeah, so that was the 3rd round. And then obviously the Heat 4, which definitely sticks me up because that was just a fruity bomb. The whole 4 of them were just incredible, so similar, so it would be hard to pick them apart. And then to pick them apart blind, I know the Deanston 12 would have been a favourite, and I know the Glencadam 15 because I can tell with the comments. All firm favourites, all of these fruity bombs. So it's going to be interesting tonight to try and whittle these down. The plan now is to whittle them down to 4 and send these 4 into the semi-finals and send 4 home, really, back onto the shelves. And then obviously what we'll then do is I'm going to do 2 more videos for the semi-finals. So the videos should be a wee bit shorter and a wee bit more in-depth with what's going on with those whiskies. Now that we know what they are, the blind stuff's all gone. And then hopefully then we're left with a final just towards the end of March. And that's the plan, really. Whether the final becomes another live stream or not. Just a quick one in the chat, guys. I don't know whether it's doing it as a video was maybe too long to do them as videos. Maybe I probably should have done them as maybe do them all as live streams. Hopefully this one I can spend a wee bit more time with them, get to play around with them under no pressure. I'm going to try and limit this to 2 hours tonight, guys. So hopefully that I've got work in the morning, you see. So I'm going to try and whittle through these, stop waffling on, and then let's get rid of that, and we'll get me back here. And let's see where we're up to in the head. What I've missed. Martin Jones, he's dived in. How you doing, Martin? Nice to see you, buddy. Just see if there's anything pointed at me. Whiskey friend, that would be a great Pete Mart's Fest. That would, yeah, I thought that would go down well with you, mate. Just remind me next year. If you're in Edinburgh, you have to pop in. Yeah, Gav, definitely, mate. If we get a chance next time I'm in Edinburgh, mate, I'll give you a shout and let us know when we're coming. And where are the Dram Yankees talking to Hamish? I think Andy C's popped in. How you doing, Andy? Nice to see you, buddy. What you thinking of the Whiskey Fest, the March Malt Madness, mate? You enjoying it? You caught up with it? You seen any of it? So yeah. So I think it's time, guys, we maybe start cracking into these. So I'm going to start with these ones. I'm going to bring these over. Let's get these over here. Get them there. So that's the Kilkerran. Let's keep them in their order, actually. That's the Glen Scotia. Oh, the RN18. We won't miss that one, will we? RN18. And the Kilkerran heavily peated are going to be on the end. So that's the plan with them. All looking great, all covered up. Let's get these coins off them now. They've been covered up, guys, for the last hour. Glad to see I poured these ones myself, so I've got nice healthy pours on them. Responsible drinking, of course. Yeah. I noticed as well, guys, when I brought the bottles down, it's no coincidence that these ones that I've all made, that I'm getting through them all pretty well. Glen Scotia's almost battered, so that's another good sign. Even the RN18s battered in. Springbank's been blutered. They're all the same. I think to be honest, that Speyborn's a second bottle in the last maybe 3-4 months, maybe. So that's gone down well. And the Craig Ellicky 13. So they've all been well sipped on, well enjoyed, well shared, and all that jazz. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to nose these, go through them, I'll nose them all, and then I'll taste them all, which we're looking forward to doing. I don't know why I keep looking at the monitor down here and the camera's over here. So apologies, guys, if I get in the wrong end. So let's get on the nose of this Kilkerran 8. This is the bourbon cask, 55.7. Wow, right away. It's beautiful vanilla sweetness on this one. Wow, but again, it's vanilla, it's sweet, it's floral, it's fragrant. A little bit of pepper popping in there in the nose. It's letting you know that it's a cask strength. Lots of that typical Kilkerran note. I get lots of lemon citrus on Kilkerran. But there's some nice peach notes, apple, nice fruity notes going on. Wow. A little bit of vanilla custard on the nose of this one. But that lemon, it's malty, it's funky, and it smells like it's got, I don't know if it smells salty, but I think yeah, it's definitely going to be a bit salty. That coastal elements there, you can tell it's a coastal whiskey. Very, very nice. Great start on the nose. Malty. Although it's 8, guys, it doesn't smell that useful. It smells nicely integrated. Typical. A little bit of smoke on the back there as well now. A little bit of smoke, distant smoke in the back. How you doing, Ron? Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for popping in. I know it might be quite early for you. Oh, Christopher's asking why they're not coloured glasses. I think the difference this way, Christopher, because really we know what they all are. And I didn't really want to do... I think the way I was going to do them through the sheet, I think I knew what the arm was going to be. So the arm was going to be in there. I don't think there was any point of doing the glasses, mate. So apologies for that. But yeah, I think we're pretty much down to the 8. I think we know what's in the glasses, and I don't think the blind thing would have been... Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I should have done them blind, but let me know what you think in the chat, guys. Should I have done them blind? Okay, let's move on to this second one. So this is the Glen Scotia. This one I've been thoroughly enjoying, this whiskey. This is lovely. Again, floral, a little bit perfumed. Toffee sweetness in this one. Real nice toffee. Some lovely bacon spices. Again, a tiny little hint of smoke in this one in the back as well. Peach again, apricot, vanilla sweet. So again, yeah, that might have been a good blind dose because there's lots of similarities. The fruit is very similar. I think there's a little bit of orange on this one rather than whereas the Kilkerran's got a little bit of lemon going on in that one. Yeah, blind whiskey's saying, Gert saying I should have done it blind. They're all saying blind, man. Oh, okay. Bit late there, guys, sorry. Yeah, I just didn't think it would be... Maybe that's my fault, guys. Apologies. But yeah, sweet, toffee. A little bit of custard. But yeah, real nice. Two of them are quite similar there. Okay, let's move on to the big boy, the RE18. So we've got a couple of 18s in here, and we've got a couple of Kilkerrans in here. So this could be quite interesting. Yeah, Ron's saying it's early afternoon here. Plenty late enough to have a nice dram and settle in for a while. Oh, nice, big man. Is deaf an option too? Sound all right, guys, yeah? Wow, that is nice. Big sherry. Colour looks awesome. The other ones, to be fair, the others look great as well. All natural, these guys. Even the Glen Scotia is all natural. Wow. Big sherry. Little bit tannic. Little tannic note. 18 years. Dark fruit, dried fruit. Raisin, plum. All that usual sherry goodness that you would expect. But this is elegant. This is luxurious. It's orchard fruit, peach, apricot, tropical. It's all going on. Pineapple. But at the same time, guys, there's some lovely, lovely chocolate notes. Toffee, fudge. That maybe a little bit of banana in there as well. Pineapple, banana, a little bit of tropical. Orange citrus. And it's got a lovely, lovely spicy oak going on, but it's thick, it's toffee, it's fudgy, it's so fruity, it's just luxurious. Wow, nice. I knew these were going to be tough. So let's do the fourth one, guys. Okay, there it is. There's Frank's call. Frank, big peat note up front here, mate. It's smoky, but we're up to the cask strength now. Well, I think this is the two Kilkerrans are both cask strength. Wow, smoky, powerful, big coastal note on this one. Sooty, smoky, that distant bonfire note that we're all getting with the sea breeze. This is a little bit, it started off a little bit sweet and there's a little bit of savoury note coming through. There's a little bit of savoury. I get that kind of pie note, some sort of pie, some sort of meat pie, maybe some sort of steak bake. But at the same time, it's thick sliced toast, big lashings of butter on that toast. Honey, even some honey over the top of the butter. It's just a real nice. And again, with a lot of the Kilkerrans, see, this is the batch 6 Kilkerran heavily peated, guys. Some of the other ones I've found them a little bit youthful again, but this one, there's so much going on that you're not really worried too much about the age. But yeah, it's dry, it's dusty. It's like walking into your room with some dusty old bookshelves. It's, you know, that old leather seats, maybe like an old-fashioned town hall, something like that. But then again, there's lovely caramel, lovely toffee, and again, it smells a little bit salty. So it's got that sea air, that sea salt thing going on. So yeah, absolutely wonderful. Wow. Where do you start? We know where I'm going to start, guys. I'm going to have a wee dive in here, see what's going on. Yeah. The other thing I maybe take into account, guys, is obviously we've got to send 2 through. So I'm not going to do it on, because I think when we come into Springbanks and Kilkerrans, we all know the story that you don't need me to harp on again about how hard they are to find. I think, guys, if you like them enough, then you will definitely be able to pick them up. Whatever means you have, if you want it bad enough, then I'm sure we'll find it, as I tend to do myself. I've not done it as much chasing as I usually do now. I'm tending to find now, let's just go straight to the distillery and try and time it to a distillery release and hopefully pick up some bottles that way. And that's what I did with the last time. I did quite well. Last time we went up. The last couple of times I went up, done pretty well, picking up some bottles. And the prices are great. Distilleries, there's no markups, there's no secondary. It's all decent prices. Granted, the second time they're a little bit more expensive than they were the first time, but not by much. So, without me waffling on, let me just get us some water and then we'll get into tasting these, guys, and try and pick a couple of winners. Please feel free in the chat, guys, to dive in and let me know what you guys think should be the winner. I fear the Glen Scotia 18 is going to be disadvantaged coming after that Kilkerran 8. I'm quite happy if you think that, Mike. I'm quite happy to do the Glen Scotia first, so I'm not really that fussed in what order I do them in. It might mean we might do, if I do the Scotia and the Arran, and then I'll do the 2 Kilkerrans at the end, seeing they're both cask strength, both same distilleries. That might make a wee bit more sense. We should do it that way. We should have a bring a bottle meet up in Manchester this year. Yeah, I'm up for that. Happy to do that. Find some time. Get it organised, Martin. want to come to the shed and bring a bottle to the shed, then feel free to do that as well. But yeah, no, that'd be a great idea. So, Whiskey Straight. Al, how you doing, mate? Happy Paddy's Day, mate. I hope you had a great time over there. I spent Paddy's in Tenerife, mate, so that was a bit messy. Before Cash Strength, before Pete. Yeah. Okay, so I'll do the Glen Scotia 18 first, and then I'll do the Arran, and then we'll tackle the two Cash Strength Kilkerrans. Makes sense. So let's have a quick sip of this one, guys. You know where it's going? It's going down the hatch responsibly. Cheers, folks. My pick would be the Glen Scotia 18 and the Kilkerran peated. Wow, okay. But what's up with the Arran, Frank? Of the what one? Oh, you got the the 8's probably too young for you, innit? Yeah, I'm saying a lot, yeah. So let's send this one, guys. Cheers. Been looking forward to this for a couple of weeks now. Oh, lovely. Spicy up front. This is matured, guys, and if I'm looking right here, matured in American oak casks and finished in Oloroso. But as you can see, it's been doing well with this one. So, wow. Lovely arrival. Hot, spicy on arrival, but there's loads and loads and loads of toffee. Toffee, vanilla sweetness, but at the same time, it's fruity. Lots of apples. A little bit of tropical fruit there as well on the palates. Maybe some mango, maybe some pineapple. Definitely some apricot. It's not the thickest whiskey in the world, but it's, for me, it doesn't have to be. It's delivering everything. That fruitiness is there. The spice is died down towards the finish. It's not as spicy going into the finish. I think when I've done this before, I felt the finish was a wee bit longer. Finish is great with this, but it's nutty. Well, there's the pepper. Yeah, there is some pepper, salt and pepper. Let's do another sip. Ah, this is such a nice whiskey, guys. Glen Scotia is one of them. The 15 was probably up until about a year ago. It was definitely pretty much a steady on the shelf. I think over the last year, don't know why, like with the Glencadam, I don't know why I stopped buying it. Maybe the price, maybe it started to head towards that kind of £70 mark when I was picking them up around about the 50 to 55 mark. So I think that price increase maybe put me off the Glen Scotia 15. The 18, wow, this is so nutty now. Nutty, spicy, peppery, but at the same time, it's got that lovely, nice, soft toffee, fudginess, loads going on. Wow, fruits there, maybe a little bit of dark fruit, a little bit of dried fruit as well. Man, it's all going on. That's a great start, that. Wow. Finish-wise, the tropicals on the finish, the pineapple. It's a little bit drying now to the finish, but lovely, lovely whiskey. Wow. Oof. Let me do one last for that. Let's do this. Just catching the chat, guys. Wow, that's nice. Now I know why that went through, guys, because I thoroughly enjoy this whiskey. Super stuff. Let's do a drink of water and we'll pick up the Arran. Who thinks the Aaron's going to make it through? Got two 18s and I've got two Kilkerrans. What's the odds, guys? Is that 50-50? We're going to get a Kilkerran and an Aaron, or a Kilkerran and a Glen, or is Campbelltown going to demolish it again? Drinks Whiskies just joined us. How you doing, buddy? Just in time. You've just missed the little tasting of the Glen Scotia 18. Going to tackle the Aaron 18 now. So I've got a couple of 18s going head to head here. Are we going to get two 18s making it through? Wow. So nice. That Glen Scotia is still hanging around there. So finish is lovely. Let's do a bit of Aaron. Again, that colour, guys. Beautiful, beautiful colour. I think the Aaron 18 tends to be, I know it's a wee bit scarce now to get hold of, but I've seen a few bottles now, and the batch variation is similar to the batch variation I had on the Deanston 12. Very, very dark. There is a lighter one as well, which I think is the 18. Wow. Okay. Stop waffling. Let's taste this. Cheers, guys. Oh, wow. So nice. That's different. That is much, much drier on arrival. Dry, a little bit of spice, but it's elegant, it's luxurious, it's wonderfully balanced, it's beautifully mouth coating. Just becoming, as it's developing, it's becoming a little bit more peppery. Raisins up front, boozy raisins, dark fruit, dried, all the sherry stuff you'd expect, but it's got a beautiful balance, beautiful complexity. It's so easy to sip for an 18-year-old. Price-wise, I think it's just clicked over 100 quid now. I think maybe 110, 120, I think, in a minute, if you manage to pick it up. So it's a pricey one. Similar price. I've noticed the fact it's too different from the... I think the Glen Scotia might just be a little bit cheaper. I've seen the Aaron. I think I paid 85 for the Aaron. I think I paid about 80 for the... So price-wise, they're pretty close, but I think prices have jumped as like everything else has. So this one, now it's developed, it's raisins, boozy raisins, that peach and apricots there again. This is syrupy, though. It's syrupy peaches, syrupy apricots, but I think it's that kind of tinned peach, tinned apricot, that kind of syrup, that's that kind of feel. The mouth feel is lovely, it's velvety, it's mouth coating. Some apples, but they're cooked apples, stewed apples. Everything's well cooked and stewed and syrupy. It's gone a little bit confectionery as it heads towards the finish. A little bit, maybe some, I'm not saying sweet shop, but maybe some boiled sweets, maybe some cola cubes, or maybe some pear drops, something, maybe a boiled sweet, something like that. Wonderfully balanced, wonderfully complex. Let's do a second sip of this. Would have been rude not to. Wow. That second sip now, it's a wee bit more easy going, a wee bit more tannic. The 46% on those two, all natural, no colour added, as we tend to like it. But wow. Raisiny, a little bit of fig, a little bit of date, a little bit of orange in there as well, a little bit of orange citrus in there. The toffee and the apple it's gone a little bit sticky, a little bit, it's juicy, it's sticky, it's jammy. A little bit of sticky toffee apple maybe going on with those boiled sweets. Wow, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So let's have a quick sip. Don't worry, guys, because I'm polishing these off. I've been saving myself for this. If I need to, I can always, I've got the bottles handy, I can always pour some more. If we need to go back, if we've got any kind of split decisions and we need to go back and recheck things, or we need to get VAR out or anything like that, we can go back and check it. But yeah, wow, that was wonderful, wonderful. So the 218s are out the way. Should I just put them straight through without even checking out the Kilkerrans? No, we're not going to do that, man. Pour more. DJ's saying pour more. Are you trying to get me over the edge, mate? Pour more. I don't think we can do that, buddy. Let's, but yeah. RN18 is beautifully made whiskey. If you want to convert a spirit drinker to joys of whiskey, this would be what to give them. Okay, nice. That'd be a nice. I think anybody would love to get a crack at some RN18. I think I would easily become a whiskey drinker if somebody was going to pour me that easy, often enough. I think Donna Pass Whiskies popped in. How you doing, Tim? Nice to see you, mate. Curious how the new lighter RN would compare to the RN21. That is about the same colour as the new 18. Yeah, no, I've not picked up an RN probably. I think this one was about 6 months ago, Tim. I've just bought that much so much other stuff that I've purchased. But the 18, but yes, there's definitely the 18 Glen Scotia will definitely get replaced. I think most of these would get replaced at some point. I think the batch 6 Kilkerran already has been replaced, so you might maybe catch one up here somewhere. Or the Kilkerrans. So, where are we going to go? Let's go back now to. We'll do the Kilkerran 8, if that's all right. Let's get some more water. Get rid of that. Them lovely dark raisin sherry notes. So, let's dive into the Kilkerran 8. 55.7 bourbon cask. Campbelltown. Nice. Let's taste this one. Cheers, folks. Oh, wow. There's a difference, guys. That's the difference between the 46%ers and the 55 plus. Big, powerful, punchy, peppery, almost aggressive, punchy. Here comes the dry as well, sooty, spirity, creamy, thick, oily. Wow. Ginger, pepper, cloves, all the spices are there. Here comes a little bit of fruit. Some apple. A little bit, that lemon citrus is definitely there again. But it's smoky, it's dry, it's sooty. Let's do a second sip. This has got a lot going on, guys. This is spicy. Now it's gone a little bit malty, a little bit of biscuity. So salty. Really, really salty now. A little bit of tropical fruit again. The pineapple's there. Maybe a touch of banana, some orange, some lemon citrus. The tropical fruit and stuff is coming more towards the finish. Yeah, I think the finish has definitely got the, with that biscuity note, there's a wee bit of pie going on in the finish, maybe some sort of apple pie, maybe a rhubarb pie, raspberry pie. So there's a bit more. Don't know where that red fruity stuff's coming from, but it's biscuity, almost like a cheesecake. But wow, that's so interesting. Let's try it again, guys. Be rude not to, wouldn't it? Give it every chance. Wow, that's so nice. Even at that 55, guys, you think it's punchy, it's powerful, it's intense. If you like your cast strength whiskies like I do, then yeah, you've got the option, like Christoph saying, why don't I add water? I'm trying to keep these as even as I can. I could easily add water to it. I tend not to add a lot of water, to be honest. I like this. I know water's your friend. I know it does change it up. If it comes to be a split decision, Christoph, I might pour some more and I might add some water to it. If it comes to between these two, I don't think it's going to be an issue with these. Wow. So spicy, so salty. That little sooty notes in the back, that dryness going into the finish, but the tropicals there. So nice. Little smoky aftertaste. I don't think, guys, I think if we did this blind, I don't think you would pick it out as an 8-year-old. I think it's got a wee bit more going on with that, a wee bit of complexity. Yes, it's a wee bit spirity on arrival, but as you get into it, it's lovely. Wow. How you doing, Nigel? Nice to see you, buddy. PC10 is a little nightcap. How about you? Well, I've got a wee Port Charlotte coming up later on, mate. So if you're able to hang on, check it out. See Neil still with us. How you doing, Neil? I need you, Neil. I'm going to put you in charge of looking after the likes, mate. So I need you to drum up some support with this. I don't know how the like button's doing, how well it's doing. I'm going to put you in charge. If you have to get off early, mate, before you get off, I need you to pass the baton to somebody else that's hanging around. So, but yeah, wow. So nice. Let's polish this one off and then we'll try the heavily peated. Wow, so nice. This is going to be tough, guys. Really, really tough. Let's get this last one tasted and then we'll have to come to some sort of conclusion. In a minute, I've not got a clue which one to pick. Because you can probably tell I'm enjoying them all. First Phil, 1950. Now, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for dropping by. Wow. The finishes again, what I'm noticing tonight, guys, is that I've not had whiskey for a couple of weeks, so my senses are really heightening to these, and all hit the like button to shut Alan up. Don't be like that now. You didn't need to threaten people, Neil. You just have to ask nicely. But if you have to threaten them, then threaten them by all means, mate. Yeah, all these finishes are nice. So, let's tackle this Kilkerran, heavily peated. Back 6. Who's tried the back 6? Let me know if you've tried the Kilkerran heavily peated. How did it compare? Are you a Kilkerran 8 bourbon man? Are you a Kilkerran 8 sherry man or a port man? Dive in, let us all know. Seems like Aaron is into the semis. Oh, wow. Hey, Jack the Pickled Hound, how you doing, buddy, in ACC? Thanks for dropping by. What are your thoughts? What do you think's going to make it? What do you guys think? Who do you think's going in? Who do you think's going out? Have I gave you any clues yet? Have you got any indications? If you've got any indications, guys, then I'm really surprised because I ain't got a clue yet. Who's gone through? Really? Wow, there's the Pete. See, that cast strength one is the smoky, sooty, dry thing is in the back. This seems to be jumping out of the glass. Wow. But again, let's try it. Kilkerran heavily peated. Okay. That's different to the Kilkerran 8. This is what you would class as the Campbelltown Funk. This is a wee bit funkier. Funky, but it's punchy, it's dank, it's spicy, it's earthy. Not dirty, but it's more kind of mineral, more kind of wet stone thing going on. Salt water, maybe sea salt, some salty water going on. But it's thick, it's oily, it's buttery, it's creamy. Definitely earthy. A little bit of sweetness on arrival, and then that sweetness becomes a wee bit more savoury. But saying that, there's some toffee, some honey, some caramel, spicy honey, spicy caramel. Wow. Really interesting. Very coastal. The real nice coastal note going on with this as well. Bit of maritime, bit of coastal. See, this is the back 6. I think Jack's saying that the 7 is light and bright. This is meaty, punchy. Is it light and bright? I don't think it's light. I think it's on the nose. It's approachable. The more it's been sitting in the glass now, it's becoming a wee bit more dank, a wee bit more funky, a wee bit more kind of, dare I say, cheesy. That kind of, you know, maybe a cheesy off note, something like that. But I guess at least one of the Kilkerrans will make it to the end. The heavily peated is really quite nice. Okay, Ron. So there's lots of choices. It could be 2 Kilkerrans going through. It could be the 2 18s going through. Could be one of each. Yeah, that's definitely got this nice dank, earthy, lovely minerality to it. Mouth coating. Maybe some cheesy crackers going on there as well. But yeah, it's salty, it's coastal, a little bit of tropical, very peppery, very spicy. Maybe just be the high ABV. This one's coming in at 57.4. So there's not a lot between those 2 whiskies. This is a wee bit more peppery on the finish. Oh. Wow. Mike's hedging his bets there, aren't you, Mike? I'm heavily biased towards Kilkerran 8 and love the RN18, but I think I'd pick the Glen Scotia 18. Wow. So you've not missed out much there, Mike. Nice one, pal. I guess at least one Kilkerrans will make it to the end. Heavily peated is really quite nice. The heavily peated is nice. I think out of the 2 guys, I think for some reason, I think the 8 is probably a wee bit more balanced, a wee bit more controlled. This is young, punchy, spirity, but at the same time, guys, this is where I think if you like the dank, funky Campbelltowns, then I think you would quite like both of them. This is getting so tough, man. It's a tough one. Wow. Let's do another sip of this one, guys. Definitely very Campbelltown. The more I sip on this, that dank, funky thing is maybe coming a wee bit more forward, whereas originally it was probably a little bit smoky and sooty and sea salty, and that pie note. The pie note, there's no so much of it. There's still a wee bit savoury on the finish, but okay, Frank, I'll do my best, mate. I'll try my best. I think Frank quite likes the RN18. I think he's pushing me to put the RN18 through. I think Frank's maybe saying the RN18 and the Glen Scotia 18. I think he's an 18 man. Of you talk about luxury, the Kilkerran heavily peated is out. No, it's listen. They've all got their own characteristics, and this is why it's so tough to end up, because these are all great whiskies, guys, and that's the thing, that there's no losers. It's just the whole point is that somebody has to go through and somebody has to go out. But when you look at the 18s probably are a wee bit more aged, a wee bit more luxurious, a wee bit more kind of well balanced, but more rounded. The two Kilkerrans are probably a wee bit younger, rougher, need a wee bit more time maybe, but for what they are, they're fantastic. You can pick up the Kilkerran 8 for £50. You can pick up the heavily peated for under £50. So £40 to £50 for the Kilkerran. You're heading towards the £100 mark to get the two older ones, which is fair. It's much more going on with that. But I'm not going to just put it through because it's an 18-year-old, and I'm not going to put that through because it's a young, powerful. I'm going to say rough there. It's not rough, but it's a wee bit more edgy, a wee bit more dank, a wee bit more. And I think out of if you go through the forearm, guys, in fact, let me just whiz through the forearm quickly and try and give you some sort of breakdown. The 18 Glen Scotia is wonderful. For a whiskey, it's not too complex. There's enough going on to keep you occupied. It's not over aggressive. It's a little bit powerful to punch with, but once you settle down with it, a couple of drams in, it's just a wonderful piece of work. It's beautifully integrated. All the Rosso sherry casks have been beautifully integrated into it with the ex-bourbon casks. Wonderful balance, wonderful. The RN18 is definitely luxurious. It's thick, it's creamy, it's syrupy, it's aged, it's tannic. It's got that beautiful. There's a wee bit more sherry going on, I think, with the RN18 than there is with the Glen Scotia. So you can battle out whether you want the bourbon cask to go through or you want the sherry cask to go through. The two Kilkerrans definitely are in the same ballpark, but they're definitely different. So you could buy both of them and you're going to get two certainly different whiskies. I think for me, with the one that we put one through, let me put through. Let's see if we can get some controversy. Okay, there's no pressure here, right? But wow, I can still taste that Kilkerran 8. In fact, I think I can still taste all of them. Lovely. What a nice tasting they were, 4 of them. Oh, great. Like to give a big thanks to my wife for picking the drams, keeping her poker face on, and she's still not told me who's been helping her. I definitely know somebody's been helping her, but she's kept it a secret. So, going into the next round. Wow. What do you think, guys? How you doing, Mike? Nice to see you, buddy. Been a while, Mike. Nice to see you, pal. Andy Cross, how you doing, Andy? No, you're okay, mate. No problem. I was probably a wee bit early, mate. You know, you've all got lives and all that to do. Just stand in the corner for the next quarter and after the show report to the headmaster. Evening, Andy. Good to see you. No problem. Nice. You get them told, Frank. So, wow, where do you go? Do you go 18s? Do you go cash strength? They're all great. Every one of them's fantastic. So, let's send one through. Let's get the easy part out. I'm saying the easy part is I'm baffled. I'm going to send one of the Kilkerrans through, guys, right? So that means one of the 18s is going to go out. But which 18 is going to go out? Yeah. I'm going to send the Glen Scotia 8 through to the next round. So the Glen Scotia 8 is through. No Rolex, no sex. How you doing, Biggie? We know the Kilkerran 8 and the Aaron 18. Well, okay. They're still in at the minute. But both of them can't go through. So the Glen Scotia 8's gone through, and I'm going to send the Aaron home. Don't ask me why, but the Aaron's going out. So we've got the one 18 through and one 18 out. So David thinks I've done a good choice for sending the what Neil Bloor said. What did Neil Bloor say? Okay, great choice. Oh, so Frank, we're all right, Frank. I'm can I upset you now then? So, yeah, no, I think that's because the sherry's gone. Okay, so the Glen Scotia is through, and let's do these. I'm going to pour a wee bit more of these guys. Let me just get some more of this Kilkerran. Well, try these with water, guys. Will that help you if I put a wee bit of water in them? That helped make my mind up. Let's do it with a wee touch of water. I know these are going to go as cloudy as hell now with this water in. Give them a little bit of a chance. Let me just talk a wee bit, guys. I know I can do this now on the lives, but I can't really do it on the videos. But yeah, the two that's going out, both fantastic. I love them both. And I'm probably surprised myself that I've sent the Sherry one home. But that Glen Scotia 18 for me is probably one of the best 18s that I get to drink. Great to see Glen Scotia in the next. Surprise Aaron going out. Okay, well, it's a tournament, guys. Fernando, they either make it or they don't. Martin Jones is horrified. Sorry, mate. How you doing, Hillary? Great job, Alan. Still going to try to see for myself as well. Still going to try these drams to see for myself. No, that's fantastic, guys. This is what it's all about. To help you send you down that path. I just do it really for the fun and the enjoyment and drink some whiskey, really, to be fair. So let's tackle this with a wee bit of water then, see what it does with water. Okay, so the water has definitely made that 8 is much more perfumed. Wow. Perfumed. Wee bit of the salt's gone. I think the colour's doing all right. I think it's gone a little bit cloudy with the water there in that one. But it's now much more pastry. That meaty note is now it's definitely like a steak bake. Savoury, definitely got that pie note. It's much more. Initially, when without the water, the pie's there, but it's the pie's jumping out now, saying, "Buy me, buy me, buy me." Or you're walking down a high street, and about 4 doors down there's a pie shop, and you can smell the pies before you get there. This is definitely doing that, but at the same time, it's got some lovely caramel, some lovely toffee. Honey's jumping out now. Really, really nice. Water's changed that a little bit. Legs, real nice, slow, thick legs popping down there. I don't know if you can pick them up on the camera. Wow. Yeah, no, this is lovely on the nose. This 8's good. So let's try the 8. Oh, let's nose this one. Ah, that's even danker and even more dunnage, and colour wise, there's a wee bit more colour as well going on with the heavily peated. A wee bit darker in colour. But yeah, no, that's gone real cheesy now. It's like Parmesan, maybe a bit of Parmesan going on now with that water. How you doing, Ben? Demon Hunter, nice to see you, buddy. Wow. Still earthy. Maybe a wee bit of pickle. Maybe a wee bit of cheese and pickle sandwich. I don't know if that make any sense, but yeah, there's a little bit of pickle coming through now. Really funky. It's that Campbelltown funky things going on. The heavily peated's definitely more funky than the Kilkerran. The Kilkerran's much more floral and fragrant and perfumed. This is just much more dank and earthy, and that salty water, wet stone things definitely going on. Wow. And it's a lot. The spice is definitely there on the nose as well. Let's taste them, guys. Let's get through this. How are we cracking on with time? So that's the first hour gone. So let's see if we can pick a winner. Send somebody home. Cheers, guys. Thanks, Lucas. Lucas. Don't worry about the time. Oh, I do need to worry about the time, man. I've got my wife. She'll cut me off my Wi-Fi at 11 o'clock. Wow. I was going to say, Martin, I could probably send you some Glen Scotia 18, but I don't think I've got enough left. It's wonderful. Wow. Salty. It's just as salty. Wow. Let's try a wee sip here. It's definitely got that cheesy pickle thing going on. That funky, dunnage, damp, outdoor, farmyardy even now. It's a bit more farmyardy with the water. I don't know what a farmyard tastes like, but it smells farmy. And it's becoming a wee bit more. You think with the water it would proof it down. It's becoming a bit more spicy with the water. Wow. Let's try one more sip, guys, and then we'll get this show on the road. Get the madness to continue. They even smell so different. A little bit more floral, a little bit more outdoor, farmyardy, dank, dunnage taste. The heavily peated, even with the water, is oilier. It's thicker. It's creamier. It's butterier. It's beautifully buttered. Wow. This is tough, guys. Tough, tough, tough. I need some help, man. I'm loving them both. I'm going to do a final sip of that 8, and then I'll do a final sip, and then we'll have to eliminate someone. So oily, that. You enjoy that one, big fella? Yeah. I'm sure somebody in here might be able to help you out, Martin. Just hook up with somebody and see if somebody has a spare sample kicking around. If you don't manage to do it, I'm going to pick up another bottle of this pretty soon anyway, so just keep in touch with me and I'll... Bad Axe Bourbon, how's it going, man? Guys, if you've not checked out Bad Axe Bourbon, guys, dive over, give him a sub. Always remember to tell him that the whiskey friend sent you. If I missed anybody else, I think there's nobody else in this. Yeah. No, cracking. If you're into bourbon, guys, he's a cracking channel to check out, man. Right. I'm still sitting in batch 3 at 56.7. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of difference between these. I think they go up to about, I think the most proofed one is, I think it's 60 point something. I think it was probably batch 2, something like that. Let's see if I can see it. Heavily peated over that side, aren't they? Yeah, looks like batch 2 is the heaviest, 60.1, I think. There's a couple at 59 and 58, so this is not the highest proofed one, but it's certainly oily and it's creamy and it's thick. Let's finish it off and then we'll eliminate someone. Okay, this is a tough one, guys. Tough, tough, tough. But let's send somebody home. Wow. Both nice. Go for it. Just purely on this tasting, guys, these have both been fantastic. Very, very similar. Very close. Just purely on which one I've found the most interesting and the most enjoyable tonight. I'm going to send through the heavily peated. So, wow. An underdog has dived through into the last 4. And I'm going to send home the Kilkerran 8. Guys, any different day of the week could be so much different. It could be any of these. But tonight, going through, Glen Scotia 18 and Kilkerran heavily peated batch 6. Wow. That's a mission. That was a mission, man. So I hope this one's not going to be as tough. Well, I think it probably is going to be as tough. You probably think this is going to be a wee bit more straightforward, but let's just see how we get on. So let's have a look. Let's bring these glasses in. So how will I'm going to lay these out. So I'm going to go Springbank 3rd. I'm going to go to Oloroso Port Charlotte last. And then these two, so I'll tackle these two. It doesn't matter what order I do these two in. So again, colour wise, all looking great. Get these tops off these now. I think I'm going to get some fruity aromas in the room now. In the new whiskey room. Guys, what do you think of the wall? What do you think of the new work I've had done? You liking the shelves? Loving them. Let's have a look, see who's before I crack into these. So yeah, sorry Martin, he's horrified. Have to start driving, so hello, goodbye, and have a great evening. No worries, Ben. Thanks for dropping by, mate. Where are we? Yeah, I think I'm behind. I think I have poured more. Yeah, Jerry's just saying pour more. I think I just did with the Kilkerrans. So yeah, great minds think alike, Jerry. I must be way behind with this chat. Love an oily dram. Just let's have a look. The battle of the two Kilkerrans like a penalty shoot. It felt like a penalty shootout, mate. I don't know how it looked on here, but this is the great thing of doing these kind of live. Is on the video I'm a wee bit more restricted with time. Peterhead BRB relived. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just the friend, do it. Did I do it, Jerry? Gail Kieran heavily peated. Oh, somebody's happy. Papa Q, Jerry's happy, man. Well done, Jerry. Oh, Martin's got nothing for two. Sorry, Martin. To quote a good friend of mine, wow, wow, wow. Wow, no Glen Scotia 18. Aged wins this time. Tough. You're loving it. No, I'm loving it. But here we go. I think you've already forgotten the order of these. No, I moved them into a different order, I think. I've moved these definitely in a different order because I think there's a couple of peated ones, well, smoky things towards the end, but the new shelves are awesome, especially that lovely line of Kilkerrans. Yeah, you want to see what's above it, Mike. I've got a top shelf above it, mate, which is awesome. Okay, so I think we're up to date with the chat. I think I've caught up. 43 we still left in, which is fantastic. So, guys, we're just going to dive into these now. So we're going to go Speyburn 15, Craig Ellicky 13, Springbank 18, and Port Charlotte from Brookladdy. So we've got if you want to do regions, we've got a couple of Speysiders going on here. We've got a Campbelltown and we've got an Isla. So yeah, so we're mixing it up a little bit. Let's get into the nose of these guys. Is that the new shed? Yeah, no, this could be the new shed. I think we'll see how well it goes and how much I can get away with here. I don't think I could stay in here for 9 hours. I think the lights would get switched off if I was in here for 9 hours. I think that's the advantage of the shed. Yeah, I might do a wee video. I might do a wee Patreon only video. So anybody that wants to see the shelves in full, because this wall's done as well. It's not just this wall, guys. I've done the whole room. So there's all the Aarons are over here. Got a whole shelf of. I've got a Billy Walker corner over there, guys. I've got a Billy Walker Glendronach corner. Billy Walker Glenallachie. I've got loads of Aaron, Macallan's, all the kind of, well, it's just different. In here, I've got all the kind of indie bottles. A little bit of Isla here. Ardbeg, Lagavulins, Bruichladdich, Springbank and Campbelltown, Glen Scotia. Top shelf, guys, just to get an idea of the top shelf, I've got a nice little run of kind of American whiskies up there, some Iron Root and Angel's Envies and Smoke Wagons and Jack Daniels and all that stuff's up top. And then along the middle, Glengoyne, 25, Teapots, all that stuff. And heading into Bunnahabhain's, 12s, Bunnahabhain Moynes, Moyne Oloroso, there's lots of stuff up there, man. So I've not quite filled them all yet, guys. It's work in progress because to get the work done, I had to move everything upstairs. So it was a bit of a trek moving everything upstairs, and then it's a bit of a trek moving it all back down again. So I've not quite got it all down yet. I'm not quite finished. There's still a wee bit of work to finish, some plug sockets to move and things. So still a wee bit to be done. Okay, or have you, where are we? Yeah, it looks like I might be, I'm hoping I can move in here. Certainly maybe through the summer. I think I can maybe do a wee bit more out in the shed through the summer. All the open bottles are all still, there's a few open bottles here, but the shed is just now completely full of open bottles. So everything that's out there is opened up. The Drying Yankee saying, where are you all being live? Welcome. We got, oh yeah, they're just chatting up. No, I don't think so, Steve. I have, to be fair, I've been with Kilkerran from day one. So I'm glad enough to have worked my through the work in progress. And now I'm gladly working my through the peat in progress. So I'm glad to see the heavily peated went through to the next round. I'm chuffed with that. Don't think it's quite a shrine. Can't believe how dark they are in 18. Mine is half that darkness. What, half of this? No, there is batch variation, definitely batch variation in the R and the 18s. Same with the 20. The 21's much lighter as well. But yeah. But anyway, guys, let's kind of crack on to the Speyburn 15 on the nose. So right away we know it's floral, it's fragrant. Rich fruit. Sweet. But there's a nice red fruit, red berry fruit, spicy fruit on the nose. But at the same time, there's toffee, vanilla in here. But it's so sweet. This one, I think, was matured in a couple of casks here, I think, if I remember right. I look like I've got my reading glasses on, but 15 years maturing in American oak and Spanish oak casks have allowed this bold whiskey to embrace the rich, natural elements of Speyside. Vibrant, fruity, non-chill filtered, natural colour, all the good things. Yeah, it's quite dark, lovely. But yeah, but it's raisins, dates, spicy. It's a nice spiciness to it. It's got a little bit of a kick. It's not. Sometimes when you think Speyside whiskies, they're a wee bit less, you know, engaged. This is definitely engaging. Keeps you occupied. There's so much going on. There's orange, citrus. There's chocolate, big chocolate note on the nose. But at the same time, there's some lovely sweet toffee, sweet vanilla. Again, this is similar to the Arran. I don't know whether it's the sherry thing, but this is rich. It's so much flavour. It's bordering on luxurious and elegant. It's like an elegant whiskey. He's so easy to sip. So easy. Well, it's so easy to sip. So easy to nose even. Yeah, drinks whiskey. I decided, the question was asked at the very end, I decided because I knew what all the whiskies were, and there was in the categories I was going to do them in, the order I was going to do them in, then I think the blind thing, we discussed that maybe I could have done the first lot blind, because I think the Arran would have stuck out a mile on the blind. I think the Glen Scotia would have stuck out on the blind, but the two Kilkerrans I probably could have got away with in the blind. But looking after tasting them there, I think I probably would have picked them out anyway in the blind. So I decided just to do them in normal glasses. Apologies, guys. Yeah, this is rich and it's so interesting. It's engaging. Chocolate, spicy chocolate. Is there such a thing as spicy chocolate? Orange, chocolate orange maybe. But then again, you've got those raisins, dates. They're not quite boozy raisins. These are just kind of nice raisins. Maybe a wee bit of sultana. Definitely some sherry stuff going on. Colour's lovely again, guys. And it's all natural. 46% ABV. Wonderful, wonderful nose. So we're probably looking at these and thinking there's definitely underdogs here. I think the Speyburn 15 was always classed originally as an underdog. The Craig Ellicky, I think maybe not so much an underdog. I think if you're a Craig Ellicky fan or you're not, I think that's the thing with that whiskey. I think Speyburn, I think only probably over the last 18 months, the last year, the Speyburn 15 is probably coming to prominence. I think it was probably overlooked before that. The Craig Ellicky, I think the Craig Ellicky, you're either loving it or you're hating it. What can I say about Springbank? Nothing more to say about Springbank, but the Springbank 18. And then this is an interesting one, the Port Charlotte. So it's part of the experimental series. It was, I'll come to that in a second actually. Let's dive into this Craig Ellicky 13. I'm getting carried away now. A couple of more guys have joined, I think. Chaz Chili's joined. How you doing? Let's crack into that. Let's let you give you a shout there, mate. Speyburn 15, a real hidden gem. Next purchase, I want to make it this. The 18 shipped across the pond. Nice, we don't get it. Wow, no, this is nice. I've only come across this in the last year or so. Love the Speyburn 15. Do you think it's going to go through, Mike? What do you think? Looking at what's up against, you think it'll make it? Port Charlotte is my favourite to go through. Let's see. Oh, Fernando's, he's laid his cards on the line, hasn't he? Have you cracked either the rose bottle you brought over? I don't know. Oh no, it's Dram Yankees talking to okay, Neil's getting off. Alan, I have to set off. Get a cat rest tomorrow. Might not sleep after the Glen's gone knocked at the Glen Scotia 18 getting. Glen Scotia 18 never got. Not the Glen Scotia 18 went through, man. Glen Scotia 18 went through and the Kilkerran Heavily Peated went through. Unless I've said something wrong, but yeah. Arran 18 went out and the Kilkerran 8 went out. Might not sleep after the Glen Scotia 18 getting knocked out. Glen Scotia 18. You can sleep well, mate, because the Glen Scotia 18's safe. How am I doing with them likes, Neil, before you go? Have you passed over the baton? Got to shoot Alan up early, work tomorrow, catch the rest on replay, have fun. Cheers, David. Thank you very much for dropping by, mate. David, just before you go, who do you think's going to go through and who do you think's going to go out? Has gone up in price a lot. Last bought 6 months ago was 51. Yeah, I think I bought the last two bottles. I think I bought one about 6 months ago, which was 55. And I think I managed to pick one up recently, 53. So it came down a wee bit for me, to be fair. But yeah, prices are just going crazy in a minute. So it doesn't matter what you're into and what you're not into. It's up and down like yo-yos. So let's tackle this other fruity bomb. Light, bright, fresh, citrus. This is the most citrus one I've drunk tonight so far. There's loads and loads of citrus. Lemon, orange, lime. It's all gonna, it's so fruity. Apples, peaches. It's like a salad bowl. It's like a fruit salad. It's everything's going on. Again, a little bit. It's sweet. It's even bordering on that sweet shop thing. Marshmallow. But at the same time, it's malty. Marshmallow, they're a wee bit more kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? They're a wee bit moreish. This is a kind of moreish whiskey. When you start drinking on marshmallows, start eating on marshmallows, and particularly toasted ones, and then I think you just keep eating and eating and eating. I think this whiskey is going to be similar to that. It's moreish. PS 10 and Craig Ellicky. Good shout, mate. Yeah. Considering the PS10 is the winner, but OL1, yeah, I think is the one's typo there. But 63. Wow, that's a price hike, that, isn't it? See, the last one I bought it there 3 months ago. It's 50, 52, 53, something like that. 63. Wow, that's a belter. I think he means the 01, Port Charlotte 01. But yeah, so this is moreish, but it's malty. It's bordering on. This is where I think you I think when a class is dirty whiskies, I think those kind of dirty Edredors or those dirty Ben Nevises or those real Dunnage warehouse whiskies. I think this is bordering on because it's so sweet and so floral and so fragrant, but it has that little dirty character kicking around in there. Wow, so interesting. Dunnage, dank, but at the same time it's sweet and fruity and a little bit of sweet shop note going on, a little bit of kind of maybe a little bit of not sherbet, but kind of ice and sugar, something like that little dusting of ice and sugar. But it's fruity, so fruity, lots of fruit, orchard fruit, red fruit, berry fruit, candied fruit, all sorts of stuff going on. Super whiskey. Two fantastic drams, very similar. Colour wise, guys, there's a massive difference in the colour. See, the Speyborn is much more. It's those Spanish sherry casks, I think. I think this is predominantly more. I think there's a little bit of sherry in it, but not much. I think it's predominantly ex-bourbon. So these two, Springbank 18, Port Charlotte. Wow, okay, different. Again, these two are similar. These two are, I think there's three different types going on. I think we've got Speyside, we've got Campbelltown, and we've got Islay going on here. And I think it comes across that way. Let's have a look before I dive into these two. Speyborn and Craig Ellicky still using. Yeah, you're right. I was just about to mention that, Mike. The Craig Ellicky are still using. I didn't think Speyborn used the warm tubs. I know definitely the Craig Ellicky does. I wasn't sure that Speyborn used. I could be wrong. Maybe my research might need to dig a wee bit more, but I had no idea that was in. But this is definitely the. I'll come onto the warm tubs when I taste it because I think that's where I'll pick it up more. But let's dive into this one. This is the Springbank 18. I think this is matured in ex-bourbon cask. Not too sure of the full maturation. I think looking at it, it's maybe first, second full bourbon. Not too sure there was a little bit of sherry in there, but if somebody's in the know and knows what this is, a 2022 bottle, Springbank 18. The nose is lovely. It's not as funky as I thought it was going to be. The only Campbelltown it's been waiting, there's a little bit there. It's a little hint of funk in the back. You have to search for it. Whereas the heavily peated, there was funky straight out front there. A little bit of funkiness going on now, but it's still floral, still fragrant. A little bit dirty, bordering again, similar to the Craig Ellicky, a little bit of dirtiness in there. Woody, oaky, a little bit of oak spice, a little bit of bacon spices, hint of smoke, but it's funky. That dunnage is there, there's that kind of dank. It's similar to the Kilkerran 8 on the scale of the danky dunnage thing. But it's into big orange note, orange, citrus, a little bit of pine maybe. Wow. Okay. It's conflicting this because I know it's 18, I know it's a Springbank. The others on the nose seem to be doing a wee bit more on the nose. Whether the main event on this, guys, is in the palate, we're yet to find out. But yeah, really, really nice, really interesting, really engaging. Lots of stuff going on. Maybe not quite as much going on as these two. Wow, is that a clue? Is that are the underdogs going to take on the 18? Let's find out what this one is. This one, I'm going to put a disclaimer on this one, guys. This was if you follow the channel, you might not be aware of it, but I think if you do follow it, you probably know. This was my favourite peated whiskey of last year. I really, really got into it. I got a sample sent to me. Cheers, Stewie. I got a sample sent to me of this, and I sat on it for months and months, and I came across it one day and I did a review on it. And I don't think I've stopped buying Port Charlotte since. I've picked up most of these now. I've picked up what's up on the shelf there. Out of shot. The MRCs there. The SCs there. I think the only one I've left to pick up is the PAC. I think that's the only one I've still to get hold of, and that'll be getting added soon. So this is what I like with peat. I'm not a peat freak, and I'm not mad on peat, and I like it when it has something in there with it, and some sort of finishing, or whether it be sherry or Medina or Amontillado or whatever, some sort of thing going on. And this is part of the Port Charlotte. So this was distilled in 2010 in ex-bourbon. So it's Syrah and Vindou Natural casks in this one. And then in 2019, it was transferred to Oloroso Sherry Hogsheads for 18 months. So it's part of an experimental series. They all are. I think the PAC, the MC, I think that maybe Madeira, I think. Oh, they've got something going on. I think the PAC might be port, I think. So I'm not too sure of. Don't quote me because I'm trying to work off my memory now, which is not a good thing. But this is nice. It's not jumping out peat, but you definitely know the peat's there. But it's lovely. It's smokes up front. Oh, I think I've got somebody joining in. I think I've got a joiner here. Let me just get Lars in. How you doing, mate?
Good, Alan. You?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Good, good.
Nice to put a face to the name.
Mm-hmm. It
How you
is.
keeping? Have you been following along? Have you just dived in now?
I just dived in now. I was out working doing farm calls and just finally got someplace where I could sit down and listen
All
to
right.
what you were talking about.
All right. Well, I'm just in the middle now, lads. I'm just telling everybody all about this beautiful Port Charlotte OLC 01.
Nice.
So
Nice.
let me just carry on, and I'll come back to you in a second, mate. Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to come back to me. I just came in to listen to you.
All right. So yeah, no worries. So you're happy if you want to stay in, you can stay in. If you want to dive off, you can just dive back and take you back out. If you want to take you back out, yeah. Nice to see you,
Yes.
buddy. Thanks for
You
your
as
Patreon
well.
support, buddy. Yeah, no worries. Cheers.
You bet. Thanks.
Bye. Okay. That's nice, man. There's Lars, eh? So yeah, Port Charlotte. Wow. Where do you start with this one? Floral, fragrant, barbecued meats. At the same time, it's meaty, but it's sweet, and this is super complex, guys. This whiskey, sweet shot. I'm thinking boiled sweets again. Believe it or not, guys, I've just gone from cooked meats, barbecued cooked meats, to boiled sweets, cola cubes, pear drops, candied strawberries, all that kind of. It jumps around like it's and it all looks like it's meant to be there. It's just it sounds like it's a mash of things, but it's definitely everything just flows through. Wow, candied strawberry. It's nutty. There's some coffee there. Some beautiful red fruit. A little bit of cranberry. A little bit of red apple. But this is where it again it changes, guys. It's coastal. It's salty cooked meats mixed in with that kind of sweet shot, boiled sweets, cola cubes. Absolutely incredible stuff, this. Maritime's there, the coastal notes, the maritime notes, the sea breeze, the sea air, the sea salt. Wow, so good, this. But I've got to taste them now, which is no bad thing. How's the chat going? Steve Gibson, thanks for dropping by, mate. I have to go, Malt mates. We'll pick up the channel later. Yeah, cheers, buddy. Thanks for dropping by. Dram Yankee still going on, any? Next does that order. Okay. Spayborn claim to have traditional warm-up condensers. Their website, although can't claim to notice it. Mike, yeah, no, it's. I didn't. I wasn't sure. I know there's not many left that do it. There's only a handful left to do it. Them warm-ups. You're leaving me no choice, man. We'll have to involve Mr. Adams as well if we go for it. So they've got a chat going on. Yeah, the rise in price, it becomes more difficult to taste everything. Yeah, no, you're right. That's why, guys, the community is great for it. So hopefully in here, Martin, that you can pick up some guys, you can make some contacts, and you've got somebody in your area, and you're happy to do meetups and bottle swaps and sample swaps and all that stuff, and it's great for it. Absolutely fantastic. Um, in New York, Spayborn is only available NES and 10-year-old, so super cheap. Yeah. So, guys, we're into the tasting now. Let's get these tasted. Can't wait no longer. Let's do the Spayborn. Let's Spayborn 15. Down the hatch. Responsibly, of course. Here we go. Let's taste it. Smells wonderful. Wow. Got a feeling I'm going to enjoy these four better than these four. Don't ask me why. But that's that. That is rich, dry, hot, spicy arrival, hot arrival, punchy arrival. It's 46% ABV. I think the first three guys are 46%. The Port Charlotte's going to be a wee bit higher. The Bruichladdich is 55.1. So that's going to be the cask strength one. So just as well that sit towards the end. But that is hot, dry, spicy, some sherry notes, some raisins, figs, dates, all the sherry stuff you'd expect. Punchy arrival. But it becomes juicy, mouth-watering. Let's do another sip. Mouth-watering, juicy, red fruit. Wow, spicy, orchard fruit, peaches. But it's chewy, it's chunky, beautifully balanced. There's so much going on. Spices there. Spice keeps you awake, but there's things happening. The fruit, the red berry fruit, the orchard fruit, the jammy, juicy, sticky. Then it changes again. Some toffee, some fudge. Oh, here it comes. Big chocolate. The massive, massive chocolate. Chocolate and fruitcake. Here it comes. And it's spicy throughout. Such an interesting dram. And to consider, guys, if this is in the 50 to 60 pounds, this is a no-brainer, really. If I was doing this on price and value for money and quality for value for money, this would definitely skate through probably into the final. But we're not. We're just doing it on the merits of the whiskey. So this one, wow, so complex, so rich, so full flavoured. But at the same time, it has an elegance around it. It has a luxurious note. It has a subtle note. It's wow, super whiskey. Let's do a quick sip of it and I'll move on to its bad boy brother, the Craigellachie. Wow, so nice. Guys, if you just joined and you've not hit that like button, don't forget to smash that like button. YouTube likes it. Alan likes it. Just lets us know. If you want to hit the thumbs down button, then please feel free, because it still counts as a contribution, but we'd much prefer you to hit that like button. Wow, so nice. Rich, elegant, luxurious, spicy, sherried. Now when somebody's mentioned warm tubs, you can see why, because it's quite thick and oily and luxurious. Not velvety, but it's got more. If it wasn't quite as spicy, it'd be a wee bit more velvety, but it's got a lovely texture, a lovely mouthfeel. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, let's move on. Craigellachie. 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% That'd be good. Not a lot left of this. Wow. Cheers, folks. Here's the difference between these two. The Speyburn comes in hotter, punchier, spicier. The Craig Ellikie comes in softer. But they're both 46, so the intensity builds with the Craig Ellikie. Peppery, ginger, cinnamon, some sweet spices. But it's creamy, it's thick, it's buttery. This Craig Ellikie 13, guys, I went through I think I went three bottles this year, and I loved it that much that I went out and picked up the 17 as well, which is honestly incredible. Massive whiskey, great whiskey. They have a thing, I think Craig Ellikie is one of those as well. Yeah, I love them when you hate them. The warm tubs gives you that thick, creamy, buttery, thick mouthfeel. And yeah, I know there's not a lot. I think Springbank still use warm tubs. I know that the Craig Ellikie definitely use the warm tubs because it states it all over the bottle. I think there's only 5 or 6 left in Scotland that use the warm tub technology or warm tub condensers. Wow, so nice that. Chewy, chunky, sticky, honey, toffee, jammy. The citrus is there, the lemon, the lime, the orange, they're all there. Wonderful texture. The difference in this one, this is layered. There's lots of layers going on. Fruity, sweet, spicy, mouthfeel. Let's do a quick sip of this again, guys, and see if we can find any more. Wow. So the other difference with this one, they start off nosing very similar, tasting a little bit different. I think the Speyburn 15 is a little bit hotter and spicier and punchier on arrival. The Craig Ellikie gets there. But as the Craig Ellikie develops and heads towards the finish, it becomes a little bit dirty, a little bit danker, a little bit dunnage, a little bit dank and damp and different. The Speyburn 15 for me is fruity and spicy and interesting the whole way through. This one is chunky, chewy, bordering on meaty, oily. Heading to the finish now, it's gone much more nutty. Peanut and chocolate there. Not chocolate peanut, but I think they're separate. I think there's a nutty hazelnut thing going on, and I think there's a chocolate thing going on. Both incredible, both fantastic, wonderful, super whiskies. I think looking at the last 8 guys, I think these would probably have been the underdogs, if there's such a thing. But I think they're here on merit. I think they both deserve to be here. Whether they go through is a different thing. We'll just have to wait and find out and see how these two turn out. So, we're going to tackle the Springbank. I bet you have all been waiting for the Springbank. I bet you wish I started with the Springbank 18. I've kept it to the end just to keep you here longer, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. You know, I do have a Patreon page, guys. If you want to join Patreon, I'll pop links into the description down below. And if you feel you want to come on this crazy whiskey journey with me, you want to help support the channel, Patreon's there. I do have channel memberships, guys. Just on a quick note before I dive into the Springbank. I've timed this perfectly with the Springbank. I haven't planned this. I've just kind of came to thought. I have got channel memberships, which I've never really taken advantage of. But I'm looking to do maybe something like if I can get enough channel memberships, then I might take all the ads out of all my videos. So if you don't want like the videos popping up here and there, if you're not bothered, then great, fine, we're happy to carry on. But if I can do enough on the memberships, and I might make some special contact just for channel members. I'm going to start now, get into this part of the year now. I've been thinking, let's do some special content for Patreons. I know they get the early releases and stuff like that. They get the videos before anybody else. But I've done a few in the past Patreon only videos where it's exclusive only to Patreons. I may do a wee bit more of that and try and combine it with channel memberships. If you feel you want to become a channel member, guys, the ball is in your court. If it's worthwhile, then I'll take out all the ads and just go with the channel memberships. If that's something you're interested in, guys, the links are in just below. When you click onto the videos, you'll see a link to join. If you want to do that, I think it's $1.99 a month, which is great. If it's $1.99 a month and it means you see no adverts, then that may be worthwhile to you. If not, then great. Right, waffle over. I was going to start then punting coins, but I'm not going to bother punting coins because I've only got a few left now, so there's not many coins left, guys. So let's have a look. I think there's some chat going on here. There are 12 warm tub. Okay, here we go. Well done, Frank. What you got here, Frank, for me? You got a list? Let's have a look. No, do uses warm tubs only partly. No, I know Springbank do, Craig Ellicky do. Trying to think the others. Glenn Farkless is gas fired, but yeah, 12. So Spayborn could be one. Who's Googled Spayborn to find? There we go. There's Andy. Andy's on the ball. Look, Mortlack, Noctu, Ben Rennes, Clint Elgin, over. Spayborn do actually, yeah. Glenn Kinchy, Dalwhinnie. Who would have thought Dalwhinnie and Glenn Kinchy use warm tubs? Who would ever have thought that? And Royal and Lochnagar. Wow. Super. Mortlack, you can see it because it's got that meaty. I think the warm tubs give that meaty, thick, creamy, buttery mouthfeel. Glen Elgin, wow, open. Aren't you amazed with some of them guys, eh? Super. We're going to go out and buy more Ben Rennes. Oh, Ben Rennes, I can see it because even at the 43% flora and fauna, it's awesome. Meaty. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. 4-leaf whiskey, eh? How are you doing, Stacey? Thank you for joining. I'm hoping it's Stacey. Guys, we know checked out 4-leaf whiskey, then dive over. You know what to do. Give him a quick sub. Don't forget to tell him that Alan sent you. Fantastic. Did I see something? Alan voice frozen. Am I frozen, guys? Sorry, guys. I think I had a technical glitch there. Hopefully, am I back? Can you see me? Can you hear me? You sound? Let me know, guys. Just give me a quick shout. Come on, we need a result. Okay. Yeah, no, we've got the glitches. We've got the technology. I don't know what's going on. Fingers crossed. Come back. Where are we? I think we're all kind of. You can see me, guys. That's great. Yeah, no, guys. Money back in the meter, Alan. Yeah, no, I don't know what happened. Maybe it's been the luck of the Irish. Maybe it's because I started punting these Irish whiskey channels that it just cut me off. But no, I'm glad to see the. Glad to have you in. If it's Stacey, then thanks very much, Stacey. Guys, don't forget to go and have a look over. If you like your Irish whiskey, then yeah, get him a sub. Tell him Alan sent you. Frank's here. Frank, how am I doing with the likes, mate? Was a tough challenge. YouTube itself kicked the bucket. Okay. Yeah, no, hopefully I'm back, guys. I'm glad. I don't know what happened there. I think maybe the Wi-Fi kicked. I was thinking maybe the wife had kicked me out, but cut the Wi-Fi off. But yeah. So where are we at? We're going to tackle Springbank, aren't we? So let's do Springbank. I've kept you waiting long enough. Okay. Rich. Bold. So much flavour. It's peppery, spicy on arrival. It's thick. It's oily. There's a wonderful chocolate note up front. Spicy chocolate. Orange, and even the orange is a bit spicy. There's a spicy thing going through this. There's a real nice spicy. I'm trying to pick what spice it is, but is it peppery? But it's salty as well. There's a salty pepper, salted caramel. That coastal thing's going on. Still not funky. I don't think it's a funky Campbelltown. This is a nice, refined, well-aged, well put together. Nice piece of work on that first sip. Should we do a second sip, guys? Let's do a second sip and see how that works out. I think Frank's hoping that these are the two that go through, I think. Is that right, Frank? I think Frank's having a good night, don't you? That was just a bit of research there. This is salty. It's definitely spicier for the 46. You think it would be? It tastes a wee bit higher than 46, but it's creamy, oily, thick. But that chocolate note's there, that orange note's there. Lovely vanilla, lovely salted caramel. Beautiful sea salt thing, the coastal thing, the maritime, coastal. Would you pick it as a Campbelltown? I'm not too sure because I think it doesn't have the funk. But it's a beautiful whiskey. It's a wonderful whiskey. Let's have a look. I've got a couple of. I've got Lars is in the background and he's just posted that he loves the Springbank 18. Lars, I hope I'm not going to upset you, mate. Don't take it against me if it doesn't make it. It may go through, it may go out. Tasting Locklear Harvest tonight. I've not done, to be honest, I've not done a lot with Locklear. Something I may have to get into later on in the day, but at the minute, it's not there. Let's go back. P-Head Frank's having a great night. Yeah. Frank, who do you think's going to go through, mate? Have you got any contenders? Just think, Frank, next year, right? We could do some Stoishas and we can do some Optimos and we can do some Ardbegs, Lafroigs, maybe some peated Buna Habens. Yeah, the Stoishas, maybe. It goes on, doesn't it? Oh, they're hedging their bets. I think the Port Charlotte with 210 will win. Oh, they're hedging their bet. Guys, dive in now because I'm just about to taste it. Have I nosed it? I can't remember. I've nosed it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've nosed this. Oh, let's get the Springbank out of the way first. So. Lovely. But to put a Springbank 18 against a Craig Ellicky 13 and a Speyburn 15, you think that would be a bit of a mismatch, right? It's not, guys. Just to put you in the picture, these two more than hold their way, and they are definitely underdogs tonight against these two because they've got age against them. Not so much age. Where the Port Charlotte, it's got the ABV against it, and it's a decent. I think it's about 10 years old for the Port Charlotte. So yeah, Springbank. It's a nice Springbank. Is it the best Springbank? Would I pay 110 for this? Would I pay 250 auction? Would I pay secondary market for this and chase it? I think it's right. I think it's excellent value. I think I paid 110 for it, which I think is phenomenal value for an 18-year-old Springbank. Warm tubbed, natural colour, all of that stuff. Super. I don't think a lot of the guys watching would probably get the chance to tackle the Springbank 18. So this is where the community is great, guys. If you've got guys and you've got Springbank 18 and you've got guys who want to try it, please send them a sample. If you want to try it, guys, reach out to people who have it. Make up some friends in the chat and the community. It's the best way to get to try these things, and then at least then if you want to chase it down and pay the extra money, then you've got that choice. Wow. Okay, so let's tackle the last one tonight. Port Charlotte. Brewcladdie Distillery. Experimental series. There's that little peaty, smoky. Thanks to you, Frank. Frank, how am I doing for likes? Do you want to chase them guys for likes? Because you seem to be in for the long haul. So, how am I doing? Have I got enough likes? Have I got more likes than I've got people in? That's what I want to know. I don't know why I can't tell how many people likes. I can tell how many people's watching, but I can't tell how many people's liked. Oh man, this. I should have got this in the blind because, as I say, it was my favourite peated whiskey of the year. But when you're doing it on a video, guys, it's easy to do it live, and even blinds live. It's tough, but doing it on a video and then trying to get it into, I don't know, I try to get it into 20, 25 minutes. and it's tough to do 4 whiskies, give it the credit, try and explain why I've picked it, why I've not picked it. But you've got a feeling once you know what that 30 is up there, then you've got a rough idea that it could be that, could be this, could be that, but you always get shot down because that could have been the Deanston 12, that could have been a Springbank 15, it could have been, you know, that's where you kind of, and you look silly on, and I think I didn't want to do, I had an idea what some of them were, but I didn't want to pull the trigger and commit. Because he go, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about, man. He just said that's a Springbank 15 and it's a Deanston 12, you know, that kind of thing. So it's tough on a video. Live streams, it's great because you don't mind then because you can spend time and you can talk about things and you can share thoughts and you can really get into your whiskey and tell you what it's giving you. Rather, on a video, it's tight, it's quick, it's both. So I hope you've enjoyed the videos, guys. Sorry, they were about 20 minutes long, but there's no way I could make them any shorter because I have to taste the whiskey and I have to nose them and I have to smell them. I can't just go in and say, oh, that's that. And if you like watching it, then great. If you want to skip ahead, then great. The other thing, guys, the analytics on the video tell me that you hung around for longer, you watched it for longer, which is fantastic. And it's great to hear. Still 48. Many people have got in 40. Well, that's cool. If I've only got 40 in, I'm happy to 48 in. So that's super. Cheers, James. I try my best. I'm just a geek. I'm just a whiskey freak. I've got no technical abilities. I've got no what's the word I'm looking for? No kind of I'm just an ordinary guy, and that's where I just like tasting the whiskey and sharing with you guys. If it was that I've got no whiskey mates, I probably wouldn't do this. And I've made so much good relationships over the time. I've had such great festivals to go to and great meetups, and people have visited Shed, which is fantastic. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Jerry's diving in. Could see number 1 seed in Springbank be facing an upset in the tournament. Oh, Jerry, just a quick one for the guys in the States. How's the tournament gone in the States? Have any favourites been booted out yet? I've got a feeling a couple of my favourites have been booted out. I think some people could underestimate these two. Don't underestimate them. They're fantastic whiskies. This is fantastic whiskey. Let's do the Port Charlotte. Help, Curry's an old man. Who are you fucking talking about? Who's an old man? Yeah, I'm nearly 60 now, guys. I know I don't look it, but yeah, I'm nearly 60. Yeah, no, I got you, James. Cheers, buddy. Kansas went down in Des Moines yesterday. Can I just tell you, Jerry, that means nothing to me. I ain't got a clue what you're talking about, man. You need to give me more detail. Any favourites gone out yet? Kansas. Is that where Dorothy's from? I think the dummies from Kansas. Right. Anyway, Frank, I'm not going to keep you any longer, mate. I'm going to dive in. I'm going to tackle this Port Charlotte. So nice, man. This is how I like peated whiskies. I'm trying to fathom the peat thing. Do the guys like the danky, earthy, medicinal? I like it with a wee bit of fruit in there, a wee bit of sweetness, a little bit of wow. This is so nice. This is it's peaty, it's smoky at the same time. Wow, let's taste it. Oh, there we go. Power, intensity, fantastic. This arrival just stops you in your tracks. It's punchy, it's peaty, it's smoky, it's spicy, it's oily, it's thick. 55.1. That smoky, dry thing, sooty thing is in the back. Wow. But then it's so mouth coating. Cinnamon, pepper, smoky, sooty. But at the same time, you think it's sooty and dry, but then it becomes so mouth watering. Some chocolate, some red fruit. That red fruit becomes juicy fruit. Let me just take another sip of this bad boy. Oh man. Juicy, jammy, raspberry, strawberry, sticky, spicy nut, smoky, spicy nut, dates, raisins. That Oloroso is definitely delivering the dark fruit, dried fruit stuff. Bit of red fruit. It's smoky, spicy, nutty. Good ABV, great mouthfeel, great texture. Wow. I know I've got a cast strength 55.1 against the 46s, which initially is going to give you a bigger impact, bigger mouthfeel, bigger feel. And that delivers that, definitely. But I think if I would have put that up against the Kilkerran 8 cast strength and the heavily peated cast strength, I think it would have knocked one of them out. Definitely. So, wow, what a whiskey. So complex, so much going on. So juicy, so jammy, so sticky. Lars, I know you're hanging around in the background, mate, right? When I finish this, just hang on for a minute, I'll have a quick chat with you when we finish, yeah? No problem. So, wow, what a whiskey. Let's do another sip. Then we'll kick them out and send people home. Oh, thank you very much, mate. I'm always conscious when I do a video. And I think, can I engage people for like 10, 15? I'd love to sit on for 30 minutes, you know? And I think sometimes when I do a video that lasts kind of 20, 30 minutes, I try and make it a premiere that way to try and keep people longer. But I can't do a 5-minute, 6-minute, 7-minute video because I don't think I could do it justice. I know some of the guys do that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes max. But I like to taste it, like to nose it, like to sip it. And just to nose it and taste it and sip it, that'll take 6, 7, 8 minutes anyway. So then the rest is just me waffling in between. Wow, that is so nice, man. Wow. So I've got 4 empty glasses, 4 fantastic whiskies, 2 Speyside, a Campbelltown, and an Islay. What we're going to send through, guys. What are your votes in the chat? Who's sending what through and who's sending what? On those notes, guys, who's going through and who's gone out? Dive into the chat. Oh, it's stuff going on in the chat, I know. Frank, just a quick one. Did Neil get off and he never passed the baton on to somebody with the likes? If that's the case, then I'm not happy. If you're still kicking around, Frank, chase them guys up, make sure they're liking that video. Or unliking it. I'm no fussed which they do. As long as they do one of them. Private. Okay, let's get the nitty gritty. Let me get it here. 53 likes, 39 in. That sounds good, man. Frank, I need you to start rounding up people to start coming in. 39 in's not enough. I need you to get texting people and get them all in, man, and catch the end. Only joking, big guy. Let's have a look. My picks would be Springbank 18 and Craig Ellicky. Oh, I know why you don't want the OLC. You don't like that kind of sweet shop cola cube thing, don't you? Keeps the sherry in the game. Oh yeah, I know. It's well, Frank. I'm gonna dive straight in, right? No messing around. This was a no-brainer for me, right? The first one going through is the Port Charlotte OLC. So that's into the semi-finals. No-brainer, no hassles, no messing around, right? Where it got more complicated was there's a Springbank 18 in there. Okay? There's 2 beautiful space ciders. Two kind of just try to call it extremely late and party evening all. Great Graham Drams, that looks like a new name. Nice to see you guys. Thank you very much for popping in. Okay. Drinks Whiskey thinks he's called it. Can get off his ass and commit to the Bourbon Trail trip then over it. Okay, let's just delete that. Yeah, no, that's a no-brainer. Correct. On the cola cubes, I prefer less sweet ones. No, I knew that was going to... Listen, I love it. Frank, hands up. It just caught me from day one. For the minute I tried that, even from a sample, I had to go and buy it. I had to go out and buy it. I had to go out and buy all the others. Not just that one. I just didn't buy the OLC. I wanted to know what the PAC tasted like. I wanted to know what the MC tasted like. I wanted to know what the SC tastes like. I have a real sweet thing for Sauternes, so the SC was right up my street anyway. So, and it's going to, Frank, it's going to help me go down that peat road, because you probably noticed over the last 18 months, I'm doing more peat. You've not had the Glenallachie video, man, for about a year. You know what I mean? So it's that's where it's taken me. It's taken me away from the Glenallachie. Don't get me wrong, I'm still buying lots of Glenallachie, but I'm not reviewing them as much because I'm trying to mix things up and get involved. But that's a definite. The Port Charlotte's through, right? The only thing left to debate is, do I go for a space cider or do I go down the Springbank 18? Do I go down, is Springbank 18 better than those two? Yes, it's probably better than those two. But when I did the Springbank 18, I kicked out the 15. And I think the difference with the Springbanks, they're great whiskies, because I think if you're a Springbank fan or a Campbelltown fan, then you love those, right? And I'm definitely a Campbelltown fan. But I'm also a Speyside fan, and I'd love to have the Glenallachie 10 kicking around or some sort of thing for Glenallachie, but I'm left with two beauties, right? And these are two fantastic whiskies. But I've got an 18 Springbank against a 13 and a 15 Speyside. I'm going to send out of the tournament, and it breaks my heart, but guys, I'm going to send out the Speyburn 15. So that's going to go. Fantastic whiskey, thorough deserve to be there. I think it's punched above its weight in some of the categories that it's been in amongst. Super stuff. So we're down now to the 13 and the 18. Wow. And this is going to be tough. To try and explain it, it's going to be tough, but let's have a look. How can I explain it? I'll tell you why I'm going to explain it. I'm going to pour some more. So, because as you can see, guys, I'm practically at the bottom of both of these bottles, so I love them both. This is why it's tough for me, right? When you get a blind tasting and you visit a blind tasting and you get the drams, they're not your drams, but these are mine. And look, I love them both. So, to chuck out one that you love the both, it's tough. It's like choosing between your children. Do you prefer the boy? Do you prefer the girl? Do you prefer Bethany, or do you prefer Stephanie, or do you prefer Billy or Willie? That kind of thing. So this is where it's come down to now, guys. These two now, I know how important it is because it's malt, it's mad, it's March malt madness. But somebody's got to go, and so easily on a different day, any of these can go through. But let's. I don't really like to put water. I'll put water in both of them just to kind of see if it makes any difference. But they're both the same ABV. Let's go back to Spade Bomb. Oh, Craig Ellicky even. That water is. This was always bright. I'm your whiskey child. How you doing, Justin? You okay, mate? Overtime. No, it's split decisions, man. We have to. Does cost play a part in thinking here for my value, baby? No, I'm trying not to put cost in because I know this is tough to find. If you want it, you can find it. I think most of these are pretty much. I think the two Spey bonds are pretty much easy, and certainly in the UK, easily to pick up. I think the Port Charlotte. I think it's you have to search around to find it, and I think the Springbank it's Springbank. So I think that's where we are. I'm a Springbank fanboy, but Craig Hill deserves to go forward. Springbank 18 batches have been. Yeah, no, you think I think again with the, I think with the Craig Ellicky, I think they're batch variant. I've had a couple of bottles of these as well, and they are batch variant. I love the whole idea of being batch variant, man. Right? I think I love the idea that every one you get could be slightly different. I think if you got the same thing every time you bought it, unless you loved it, then I think even then you'd be bored of it. I think sometimes when you get the difference in the variety and the batch variation, I love the batch variation. I've recently just done a Deanston 12. The batch variation is just off the charts, but the whiskey is still, it hasn't lost anything. If anything, it's gained a little bit more in my favour. It's darker, it's richer, it's that kind of thing. And I was again disappointed that Deanston 12 got booted out, but they're all winners. So, guys, we're going to just cut this and dive in and pick a winner. Again, apricot. Look how cloudy that's gone, guys. That's gone real cloudy. Citrus, maltiness. That marshmallow note's still there. That Moorish thing is still going on. Let's taste it. Wow. Thick, creamy, buttery, spicy, chewy, chunky, meaty. It's got that nice, the sweetness now has gone a little bit more earthy. So if you like sweet tooth whiskey, then don't put water. If you like it with earthy, dank, dunnage, a little bit dirty, add some water. Wow, nice. That's nice. So nice. Let's do the Springbank. Let's do some chat here. I've got some chat going on. What's going on here? Good out. Digging the wall. Yeah, cool. Cheers, fellas. There's still a few. We've got guys, just to give some context what's going on in the chat. We've got a whiskey trip booked to Isla next month. And a few of the guys are in here. Sandro, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you, buddy. Craigerly 13 is always enjoyable. Citrus bread, maltiness, a little bit funky, and a fair price. Yeah, no, you're in. It's still in, Sandro. Nice to have you in, buddy. Nice to see you, mate. Russell's okay. All that shit's going on, and I think there's a bit of chat going on. Okay. Sandro, you're more than welcome, mate. Cheers, buddy. Right. So nice. Thick, creamy, buttery, fruity, meaty, chunky, spicy. Wow. Complex, beautifully balanced. Nothing is dominating. It finishes long. Wow. Nutty, some peanut, some hazelnut. Wow. So good. Such a nice whiskey, man. Love that whiskey. Okay, let's tackle the Springbank, guys, and then we'll pick a winner. Wow. Wow, that second sip there, that seemed much more intense and much more powerful than where I previously did it. Water seems to have really changed that 18. Dry, fishy. Wow. Interesting. Cheers, Mosley. Thank you very much for dropping by. Named Campbelltown Mall. I'm going to try and name the room. I've already got Billy Walker Corner, so I need to try and figure out what the rest of it's going to be. Drinks whiskey? Yes, I am. I've just renewed my membership. So, to be honest, I've not bought a lot of SMWS bottles. I'm buying a lot of bottles, so I have to pick and choose what I can buy. But I've picked up a few. I picked up one recently when I renewed. I picked up a bottle. I've got 4 or 5. I've got a wonderful Bunnahabhain that I'm going through at the minute, which is great. Yes, but fantastic. Looks like the SNWS is moving to Manchester, so it'd be great to have one here. Frank, fantastic. Thank you very much. All you need to know is it a Campbelltown or is it a Speyside? I'm so conflicted because I think this deserves to go through, but I think so does the 18. I'm going to send the Springbank 18 through to next round. Craig Ellicky, unfortunately, I'm gutted. I'm gutted I've sent both Speysiders out because they thoroughly, on a different day, guys, they would both be fantastic. But yeah, Springbank 18 and Port Charlotte OLC 01. Final digits for me 57, 30, and okay, who's taking over from Frank? I need somebody to take over and chase those prompt everybody to hit that. In fact, I'll do it. Guys, if you don't hit that like button, then click it. If you've hit the unsubscribe button, I don't care. Click it. If you have unclicked it, please do me the honour of telling me why you've unclicked it, and I can maybe make things better going forward in the future. Frank, great night. Cheers, buddy. I think you might be happy the 2 that's gone through. I think Frank's probably had a good night. But no, fantastic. Guys, that's pretty much for tonight. Where we're going to go next? Let me get rid of this. So, the plans going forward is now we have the final 4, which is OLC 01, 210, and Springbank 18. Here's where it's going to get interesting. Here's where it's going to get mad. I'm going to put the Springbank 18 against the Port Charlotte. I'm going to put the Kilkerran 18 against the heavily peated. Sorry, the Kilkerran heavily peated against the Glen Scotia 18. So that's the 2 matchups that are coming next. I'm going to do them on video, guys. What I'd like to do is do both of them on video. The videos will be much shorter because we know who's what and who's what. We're going to put them head to head. We're going to battle them out. And by the end of March, we'll have a final. I might do the final live. I think it might be worthwhile doing the final live rather than doing it on a video. Or should I do them all live? Head-to-head lives, or would you prefer to see them on video? So the ball's in your court, guys. Dive into the comments, let me know. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving the Malt Madness, the March Malt Madness. It's all been cool. Loving the new room. This might be the new venue, guys. I think I'm probably going to move in here. Through the summer, I might move out back into the shed and do the videos from the shed. Dive in, let me know what you think. Should I stick with the shed? Should I come in here? It's going to be tougher in here. Got Marie's upstairs, man. She's going to go, yeah, we've got 20 minutes left. But yeah, no, it's been great. But other than that, guys, what do you think? Well, let's do a wee bit of the chat before I get off. I'm going to head off, guys, shortly now. Scotty's loving the room. Some bits and bobs going on. Craig Ali 13 always enjoyable. It's such as bread not. Yeah, you're right, mate. Yep. Can't argue with that. Okay. Everybody's chatting. So now we know the final four, guys. So the final four, guys, I'm going to do 2 videos. I've got potentially 3 videos left. 2 semi-finals and a final. And I might do the final live. That may be a interesting live to get into. If you'd rather see it in video, guys, then just let me know. If you want to see it on live, if you want to see them all live, guys, let's do them all live if you want. But it's up to you guys. Dive into the comments, let me know what you think. But I'm going to get off. I'm going to call it a night. I'm working tomorrow. Fantastic for the support. Love to have you all in. I'm loving the new room. I hope you guys are. If you, what's the word I'm going to say? Yeah, no, that's it. If you've watched it on the video and you want to catch the rest on live here, you're watching it on Facebook, dive over and check it out. But drop your comments in. It's been fantastic. I'm Alan. I'm the whiskey friend. And as always, I need a whiskey. You know where I'm going to go, guys? I'm going to go to Port Charlotte. And don't forget to send that good whiskey straight down the hatch. And as always, I'm Alan. I'm the whiskey friend. Cheers, guys.